As you guys know, with every new season, there's a bunch of anime that come out every single year. Winter 2013 has already started for some anime. Today, I kind of wanted to share some anime that I'm personally looking forward to in the next year, 2014. Give you guys some information regarding these anime, and I definitely will check all of these series out, maybe even get really into them. It all depends on how the story goes. It might turn to shit and it might get good. The first anime I wanted to talk about is Wizard Barristers. This is an anime coming out next month. The story is pretty much set in a future Tokyo, kind of like the movie Akira, except it's totally different, like 100% different completely. I don't know why I mentioned it. I just mentioned it for the fucks. And shit just got really awkward. The story revolves around a young girl named Cecile. She defends people who use magic from the law. That's her job. She is a benmashi, people who basically defend wizards from the law. She's a wizard barrister, something of that sort. And at first it sounds kind of like, I don't know why I would want to get into a story like that. But after watching the trailer, my view on this show has completely changed. It has a lot of action from what it seems. It has tits. Those two together just make greatness. And honestly, the animation is just fucking beautiful. It's set in a city. I really like stories which are set in cities. It overall looks something like I would actually enjoy, so I'm looking forward to watching that next year. The anime is going to be made by a studio called ARMS, which is in charge of other series like Elfen Lied, so I'm pretty sure they're going to do a good job in judging by the trailer. It looks pretty fucking awesome. Another anime I'm looking forward to next year is the anime adaptation of the manga Nisekoi. I keep hearing about this Nisekoi. I haven't read too far into it. It's a romance with a bit of comedy on the side. It follows a high school student who actually has roots to the Yakuza, and he is forced into a relationship, and I guess that's kind of where the romance sets in. This high school student boy named Raku, who has family which are mafia, has to pair up with this other girl who's a part of another rival gang. The studio that's in charge of this anime adaptation is Shaft. They also made Madoka Magica back in 2011. This looks promising. This looks like something I could personally get into. I've read a little bit of the story, and I can't wait to see where the anime goes. Next up, we have Black Bullet, which is set for April of 2014. This is probably going to be one of the best anime next year, something that I'm personally really looking forward to. It's based on a light novel and revolves around a high school student who defends and fights for his city against these viruses called Gastria. He himself has superpowers as well. I have read a little bit of this manga. The plot's really cool. The main character is very likable from what I've seen so far. It's a seinen manga. Its demographic is male. It has a lot of promise. I'm telling you, I'm really looking forward to this one. I might actually go ahead and read the light novels before the anime comes out in April, but I don't know if I want to do that because I think that this will turn into such a great anime, and I wouldn't want to ruin that experience. Definitely looking forward to Black Bullet. Next up, we have Space Dandy, probably going to be one of the smash hits next year. It's going to be airing on Toonami in January, the beginning at 11:30, and I cannot wait. The story's going to be set in space, which kind of gives me a little bit of a Cowboy Bebop feel to it. I'm a little bit worried that, like, tits and comedy and just comic relief is going to be a vocal point of the story, and I really hope it's not. I hope that the story has a lot more to it than just face value, tits, ass, and just comedy. But I'm still looking forward to this anime despite all of that because it's about an alien hunter in space created by Shinichiro Watanabe. I can't miss out on that one. I honestly cannot wait for Space Dandy. The characters look awesome. Their ship looks awesome. Their job looks awesome. Yeah, Space Dandy is going to be pretty good. And the last anime I wanted to talk about that's set for 2014 is Towaru Hikushi Ino Koi Uta. Yeah. Now the trailer doesn't really say too much about this show except the fucking animation looks just I can't even explain it. The artwork looks a little bit weird and funky, but the plot is actually pretty interesting. It's about a former prince who loses everything in a revolution, and he meets this girl, and everything kind of transpires from there. And the reason I'm looking forward to this is just a combination of a bunch of things. It's pretty unknown so far, but just the plot and seeing the animation for this, I'm kind of interested. I can't really say too much else about the show. It's going to be produced by TMS, who did Bakugan Mectanium Surge. I don't know if that's something that's going to get more people into this show. Probably not. But they still have done some pretty big titles, and I don't know where this is going to go, but I'm looking to find out because it looks pretty cool. That's all I have for you guys today. There's going to be plenty more anime in 2014 that are probably going to be great, but these are 5 that I personally am looking forward to somewhat, and I'm definitely going to be checking out.